Hi, Zazel.
Hello, how are you?
I am so happy to see you and to be talking with you today.
Well,
Um,
I'm happy to be here.
I want to introduce you to everybody, the world, because you are such a remarkable and incredible woman. Um, I'm going to start out by saying you're from the Caribbean,
Yes.
and
Hmm.
it's wonderful. You're a dancer. You've danced and modeled and acted with the best. One of my favorite groups is Alvin Ailey. I don't know if I've told you that, but it is. But you are just an incredible inspiration to me and to a lot of other people with disabilities. I thank you so much for the opportunity of dancing with ZCO.
Oh,
Um,
wonderful to have you.
And I want you to tell me, like we talked yesterday about the Caribbean and about growing up there and what the expectations are there.
Okay, so thank you once again. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm going to introduce myself once again. I'm Zazelle Shava O'Gara, located in New York City, but originally from a very small island in the Caribbean called Montserrat. Montserrat has only 5,000 people on the island. It used to have 12,500 people. However, the volcano became active in 1995. And so most of the people left and came to the US or Canada or England because we are colonized by Britain. We don't have our independence yet. So many people went to the England. However, I have a very good relationship with my family there. My sister and I used to go there every summer, um, as children, and I used to go there up until I was in my mid-teens during the summer. And both my parents are originally from Montserrat, so I have a very, very good and strong relationship with them. However, I always talk about Montserrat, particularly now, because when I became disabled, I'm going to be celebrating 20 years after my brain tumor operation in 2023, January 11th, 2023, which I call my rebirth day. I'm celebrating 20 years after the surgery. However, after my surgery, maybe 3 months after my surgery, I was still in rehab and what have you. My family sent for me to come to Montserrat, for healing, because Montserrat is very therapeutic. It has an active volcano. So many people go to the Safria where the water is warm and it's warm from the volcano. So many people go there for healing. So my family sent for me to go to Montserrat, to go to the Safria and to soak in the salt water and to bury me in the sand because I suffered um, with paralysis after the surgery. So they felt that that would be a very good healing, a way for me to heal. And then also I had a massive scar on my head from the surgery. And so they said, okay, you have to go in the salt water. They said, Zazel, go in the salt water, put sand on your head. Uh, and my uncle buried me in the sand because if you can move or try to move your leg in the sand gives you puts pressure on your leg. So it's like natural physical therapy. However, Montserrat is an island where uh, they thrive on working. Everyone works. You have to become a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a nurse. You don't have to, but that's what you aim for, because that's a very solid job. It has a status and, you earn a good income. However, when I became sick, the first thing was, oh my God, you're not going to work? You're not working? And
Wow.
that was the first question. Zaza, you're not working. Zaza, you're not working.
Oh no.
I'm like, well, I don't think so. I can't work right now. And they're like, well, how long are you going to be like that? How long can you walk like that? How long can you limp? And I couldn't answer that. They're very direct. They're in your face, like with all these questions. And I would walk around the island. And, my family's house is on top of a mountain, so it's really great to I would put my brace on and have my cane, and I would practice walking down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really hard for me, but I felt it was wonderful. I was with nature, and I would see the animals, the donkeys walking by me, the cows walking by me, and what have you. So I loved it. But as I was walking, all the cars would pass me, and everyone's heads looking out the window, looking at me, um,
Uh,
walking, because you just don't see disability. The only time people really, not that they don't love you, they love and care for you, but the hospital there is very small. It's very, very small. There's no MRI machine, no CAT scan. If you're sick, they'll give you two aspirins and tell you to drink some rum. So, um, they acknowledge you. Okay, okay, when you get old, if you're a senior citizen, yes, you're becoming slower, you might have various ailments. Yes, that's something they are accustomed to. But if you're young, just as
mm,
myself when I was there, then they don't see that. You just don't see a person so visible with a disability. So I would tell my mom, Mommy, if I didn't have self confidence and self esteem, this would really affect me. Like, I would be riddled with depression. So although my family was very supportive, and they were, dealt with me with love and caring and empathy, they were very, they didn't know how to handle me because I had this disability. I remember one woman, she came to my house when I came back to New York, and my mother was like, Giselle, tell her what you're doing. And by that time, I had started to join a lot of disability organizations and the brain tumor support group, and the support groups within my hospital, and doing things with. I joined this organization that taught disability filmmaking, which was tremendous. And so my mother was like, tell her what you're doing. So I was telling this woman from Montserrat, oh, I've become a disability advocate, and I'm working with people with disabilities, teaching them dance, because I want to show others how wonderful it is to move despite my limitations or your limitations. You can
right.
move with your heart, your soul, your spirit. Even if you could just move your head and your eyes, you're still displaying your energy and your love of dance to the audience. So I was telling her that, and she's like, Zazel, I thought you were going to be a star. And look at you. Look at you now. She said that to me directly in my face. I'll never forget that. Zazel, look at you. Look at you now. And I'm like, well, but I'm being very active. I'm being, I'm in the community. I'm working with others, other persons with disabilities, and I'm not ashamed or saddened by what happened. I'm still vibrant. I'm still
Right.
the Zelle that I've always been. However, I told her, um, don't compete. I don't compete with my old self. And that's the most important thing, is to not compete with your old self. And that's what I told her. And I said, I will survive. I said, I believe in turning setbacks into comebacks.
That's fantastic. That's
Yes.
fantastic. So with that, we're going to take a break,
Okay.
and we're going to come back, and I want to hear your life pre your brain tumor,
Okay.
all
Sounds
that you
good.
were involved in, and then we're going to discuss what you do now, what we do now. Um,
Okay.
so we'll take a break.
Okay.
Okay.